A brand new emergency shelter that has just come into existence in Jackson. The Second Chance for All Emergency Shelter, TJ Sutliff. Hi, TJ.
Hi,
Welcome to the show.
thank you.
And it's brand new. You started this,
Yep,
right?
kind of, yes.
Kind of. All right.
I begged and begged for it, yes.
You've wanted to create this.
I did statistics and went around to hotels and, put it in at the city council and just to show them, how many people are really homeless, like in these hotels. And
It's just a tough question to answer because it's been debated. Do we have a homeless problem? Are there a lot of homeless people? Some say we have a shelter, the interfaith shelter. Others say some that are homeless want to be homeless. But you've been doing some research. What's the real story?
I think that Jackson was missing. We have one shelter, and so there's one way. And I think that we're missing the big group of homeless people that need the help, that want the help, but don't know how to get the help. And so these are the people that have literally lived on the streets. Those are the ones that I want to house. I want to house the ones that everybody's walked by. They're either mentally ill, they're active users. A lot of them are mentally ill and they medicate themselves. They're not choosing this. A lot of them drink just to stay warm. So we're missing that group of people. We're missing the ones that lost everything and they have their dog. And so I have animals in my pallets also, which is amazing. We haven't had any problems. You have to have an animal to know that if you don't have anything and that's all you have, you're not going to give it up. I mean,
how did you get interested in getting a shelter started in Jackson?
By working at the other one and realizing that we're missing a big group, and it's a group that you need to meet them where they're at. It's a group that you cannot put a bunch of rules and chores and all that on. It's a different kind of shelter.
A lot of us downtown have talked to people who are appearing to be homeless, and we usually will ask, have you heard about the interfaith shelter? And sometimes the response is, well, I don't meet their standards, their qualifications, rules. I'm on drugs, I can't go there. They don't take people who are on drugs, things like that.
Right. So that we're not like that. Mm-hmm. We meet you where you're at. We want the relationship with us. We actually do group meetings, and that is paperwork, AA, NA, anger management, just a group to where you can share your feelings. And we meet them where they're at. And if they're on drugs, every day, you want to go to the engagement center. We have I just got off the phone with the doctor to get Suboxone, and it's a few different names, but it's a shot that helps them so that they don't go through the withdrawals and all that. So that's a connection. I'm really hooked up in the recovery part of all this. I'm in recovery, and I Home and New Vision, and we just had a Narcan training at our shelter, just for all that reason. But being hooked up with them, I can get these people, instead of kicking them back out on the streets, I can get them into the engagement center, and they're off the streets for the night. So we have that connection to where we're not just throwing you out. We're going to take you somewhere else. There is another place for you, and they will drive them to rehab and stuff. So we're doing connections like that, and we really work one-on-one with them more than a group setting. Like
every case is different.
Yes.
So you are working with the city of Jackson. Last spring, the city created this homelessness task force and decided as a community we're going to buy the Wilson School, and we're going to do something with the Wilson School, and that's where you are.
Yes.
What's happening there?
The city, we're partnered up with the city of Jackson and RIA, Residents in Action. So Residents in Action are in the building. So there's 11 rooms in the building. Some rooms fit up to 4. We've got 2 sets of bunk beds. and couples, they share a room. It's different there. It's more homey. It's more, we all take care of each other, but they're inside the building. So inside the building is the showers and the bathroom and washer and dryer and the meetings. We have meetings in the morning, and the pallet people come in.
Pallet people.
That's what
You're
we
calling
call
them.
them. Because
Just pallet structures
Yes.
that look like, well, they look like huts.
little homes.
Little homes. I think we have some pictures. Do we have some pictures of the? I think we do.
So they are, those are the sweats. So that's why I'm wearing today. We just did our first order with friends and family because I couldn't buy a pair, get a pair for the homeless until the next order. But these are the sweats that we're selling, and they're just amazing. They're so thick and warm. Everybody wants these sweats. So we started the second order up, and now if you buy a pair of these sweats, a homeless person will get a pair for free.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so.
So
I'm excited
this is
about
a
that.
fundraiser. You're raising money
Yes,
because
yes.
you have to.
No, there is, in buying a pair and getting a homeless person for free, we literally make even.
That's what you're doing. Okay.
There's no money being made on that, but it's just to keep people warm, really.
All right. You brought some other slides too. People can
Yes.
donate. Scan this, and you need money for all the laundry.
It's laundry soap, it's garbage bags, it's toilet paper. These are our daily needs. It's hygiene products, cleaning products, coffee. So they can go to Interfaith 3 times a day and eat. It's because we're just 2 blocks away, and it's open to the public. Well, we've been getting donations and making crock pots and making our own meals, and I hate to say it, but a bunch of them haven't even had to leave because we've been getting taken care of. The community has really stepped up and helped us. So
How many people are you housing?
right now we are full. We have 45 people on a waiting list. There's more than that, but this is just on paper. We have, I think, 30 inside and 20 outside, and 4 dogs and a cat.
And people are also they're living in their cars. When they're homeless, they're living in their cars. It's not just people under a bridge.
Right. So we got the ones that off the streets that were literally on the streets. Ria went around and picked up everybody that was on the streets.
You literally drove around
Yes.
and took people off the sidewalk, brought them
Put
into
them in
your
their
car,
and drove them there.
drove them over there.
Yes.
Stopped at McDonald's.
We do it all the time. Right. I mean, it's just nothing. It's probably dangerous and we shouldn't be doing stuff like that, but we do. I got people that have been in the shelter right now that couldn't make it in the pallet for, they're really small, so some people, and I still feed them. So I got another job that I come downtown and hit most of these businesses and try to get the homeless off the streets by taking them to the engagement center or getting them in our shelter.
Are any of the homeless being human trafficked?
No, not
No?
where we're at. No. We got a couple sad stories, but it's not human trafficked. No.
And are there people that just don't want any help?
You
Like,
know,
don't
there
pick me
used
up.
to be, and I'm not finding it these days. I think people are really desperate now. They've just been through the ringer. They've been homeless. When I first started doing homeless on the streets, there was people that were like, I don't want no help. I'm fine out here. And they would only come in when it was below 0 and they knew they were going to die. But they can't make it in a setting like that.
Well, it's a major undertaking. You've got a lot of help, or you need help?
We need help.
Need help.
We need help.
Money, people?
Money, not people.
No
We
people.
have tons of people, like Residents in Action. They're amazing. There's a set of 5 of them, and so they're 24 hours. And I'm there. I'm supposed to be there only 8, but I'm there more than
A lot,
8. I'm
yeah.
on the streets and still feeding the people on the streets too. So I really like perishable foods to keep in my truck, hats, gloves, which I usually always have, hand warmers. Because there's just some people, they're still waiting in line and there's nowhere for them to go. As you see, they're,
Where do people get this to you? How do they get it to you?
to come there. All right, this is another thing, is that we have no address. We are behind T.A. Wilson schools, and a lot of people, it takes them 20 minutes to find us, and it's aggravating. That's the one thing that,
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I went over there the other day, and I had never seen, because behind T.A. Wilson School on Morel, all the way around on Biddle,
yeah,
there's like an annex to the Wilson School.
Yes.
It's a separate structure that's hidden and tucked away.
yes,
And then the pallet structures are inside the courtyard of that.
Yes.
So it's hard to see, but it's back there.
yes.
So people physically can come there and bring your
Right.
stuff.
The address is 310 Morel to the school. So you need to drive on a side road, either First Street or Blackstone, to get to Biddle. And we're right, if you just keep following the school around the playground and then the big empty space, you'll see it. But I'm sure we're going to end up getting a sign or something. So that's what I tell people. It's right next to, if you go to Hinckley's down Blackstone and you go right after the first road, we're right there.
All
So,
right.
and people come there and donate, and
And you can also contact the City of Jackson through the manager's office. They're involved with this partnership with TJ.
Yes.
So were you homeless yourself at one point?
yes, I was.
So you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mine was kind of by my own mess ups. I've been there, done that. That's why I am the person I am.
We've got the right perspective to do what you're doing.
Yeah, you gotta put yourself in their shoes, and yeah,
Well, thanks for what you're doing, and thanks for coming in today.
yeah. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
Yeah,
You're
nice to
awesome.
see you. It was TJ's television debut
Yeah.
today. From Second Chance for All Emergency Shelter, TJ Sutliff.
And the sweats, they're like this. I don't know
Awesome sweats.
how. Yeah, they're real thick. You can put your phone in them.
Buy a set, and a set gets to a homeless person.
Yes, and then this next round.
All right, gotcha.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, TJ. A lot more to come.